Hi, this is Mr. Guy, and I'm going to be showing you a recessionary gap on the aggregate supply and aggregate demand model. So what we've got again is price level is over here, real GDP and output is here. We have the long run aggregate supply, which is at full employment, which is 5% or 4 to 6% of unemployment, so it's 95% employment, so on. This is the short run aggregate supply curve. This is the aggregate demand, which again is C plus I plus G plus NX. So we have it crossing aggregate supply and aggregate demand. Here it's to the left of the long run aggregate supply curve. So this is a recessionary gap. This is where output is lower, so it's less, and we also have more unemployment and prices are lower. So there's a couple ways to get out of the recessionary gap, and one of the main ways is to stimulate aggregate demand. So you would either increase consumer spending, there would be increased investment spending, increased government spending, or increased net exports. Now many of these things can change. So if you have a change in consumer confidence, that would change the C. If you increase people's incomes and they're getting raises, or we say you cut personal income taxes, that raises C. If the interest rates change and they're lower, then businesses can invest more money and increase investment. That's the I. Government can actually spend more money on infrastructure, roads, schools, bridges, go to NASA. NASA is going to the moon or Mars. Or you could have net exports increase. You could increase your exports or lower your imports. So an increase in aggregate demand and you would be going from A to B. So you're going from here to here. Now you don't have to cross the line in the first shot. All I'm looking for is that it shifts to the right and it shifts over. So it could come here, it could come here, it could come here, it could come over here, wherever. You're just shifting it to the right and you're making sure that aggregate demand increases. So something increased. It could be consumer spending, investment spending, government spending, net exports. And net exports includes increasing exports or decreasing imports. Now, those are the shifters of aggregate demand. Now, of course, if something happens and you're in A and you're in a recessionary gap and people are gloomy and they're not happy and consumer confidence goes down, that is a decrease in aggregate demand. So you went from A to C, and again, your unemployment is worse, and also your price level is going down. So there is this offsetting. As unemployment goes up, prices go down. If prices go up, unemployment goes down. So there's this inverse relationship in the short run. So this is shifting the aggregate demand curve. The shifters are C plus I plus G plus NX. So the shifters are C plus I plus G plus NX. And that is also the aggregate demand. So if you increase consumer spending, then aggregate demand shifts to the right. If you decrease it, it shifts to the left. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in class or post after this video.